Starting our practice with 3 breaths together. Inhaling through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. 2 more. We're going to move through a breathing exercise. A breathing exercise and clearing exercise, starting in the base of the spine. Bringing your awareness into the base of the spine. You'll notice this space as your tailbone. We're going to take 3 breaths in this area. Visualize breathing through this area from the back to the front, front to the back. 3 breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Raising the awareness to the location of the navel center. This is a few inches above the root, the base of the spine. Through this area, we'll take 3 breaths. So we're breathing through this space, front to back, back to front. Raising the awareness as you're ready to the space where the rib cage meets. 3 breaths here, breathing through this space, front to back, back to front. Bringing the awareness into the heart space, the space radiating through the center of the chest. 3 breaths here, front to back, back to front. Bringing the awareness into the throat center. Breathing through this space, 3 breaths, front to back, back to front. Bringing the awareness into the space between the brows, the 3rd eye center. 3 breaths here, front to back, back to front. Bringing awareness to the space just above the head, the crown of the head. 3 breaths here in this space. We'll begin to grow the legs as extensions from our root. Drawing energy into the legs, beginning to reach and stretch the legs. The arms as extensions from our heart chakras. The arms can begin to reach out, maybe sweep out, wide and around, eventually reaching, lifting, lengthening the arms above head. We're just beginning to find movement, tuning back into this energy from the toes through the fingertips. We're going to breathe through the toes, through the fingertips 3 times, all the way up. And then back on down from the fingertips through the toes. So now we're moving this energy from the toes back on up through the fingertips. Fingertips through the toes. This final breath in through the toes, legs, through the energy centers, through the body, out through the crown, arms. And then the final exhale, drawing that energy back on down all the way through the toes. The knees will eventually begin to gather towards the chest. You can place the hands on tops of the knees or behind the thighs. Just going to rock a little side to side, just finding small movement. Releasing through the back, through the hips, staying tuned into the lower 3 energy centers of the body, the root, sacral, and solar. Beginning to draw circles in either directions with the knees. And the hands may support this movement, or they can rest by the side body, working into the abdominals. Good. From here, we'll press the heels straight on up, pressing through the heels, flexing through the toes. Now pointing and flexing the feet. Taking the heels together, separating the big toes as far apart as you can, and drawing the big toes to touch, separating the heels as wide apart as you can. Just inviting in a little movement here. Inhale to press through the heels. Exhale, draw the knees into the chest. Inhale, press the heels high. Exhale, release the knees to the chest. Just 2 more with breath. And 1 more inhale. And exhale, knees gather into the chest, crisscrossing at the ankles, rocking and rolling the length of the spine from the base of the spine up through the shoulder blades. Warming into the low back, mid back, and maybe even upper back. Meeting in boat pose, Navasana. Feet can be on the mat with bent knees. Be lifting 1 or both legs. You can support behind the thighs. Maybe straightening out the legs, lifting through the chest. Good, 1 more breath in. And exhale, release the feet on down, finding tabletop. Allow the knees to stack underneath the hips, the wrists stack underneath the shoulders, fingers spread wide. On an exhale, we'll press into the palms, tuck the chin, round the spine, sinking the hips towards the heels. Inhale to peel back on up, release the belly, shine the heart. Exhale, press into the palms, sink the hips towards the heels. Moving through this a few times, your breath, your pace. Exploring and matching the full length of the inhale, the full length of the exhale. Just moving and flowing, warming into the spine. Doing this a few more rounds. Again, your breath, your pace. Next time you round the spine into that cat back, pressing the hips back towards the heels, we're going to hold it in child's pose. Knees can be guided closer together, or you can bring the big toes to touch, widening the knees as wide as comfortable, extending the arms out long. Releasing the forehead down to the mat. You can always bend the elbows, creating more of a diamond shape with the arms. Wherever you choose to be, we'll take 3 full breaths here. From here, we'll walk the arms over to the right side of the mat, placing the left hand on or near the right hand. We'll breathe into the left side of the body, 3 breaths. Taking the hands back through center, walking over to the left. Right hand places on or near the left hand. Breathing into the right side of the body, 3 breaths. Good. Hands come back through center, peeling on up, tabletop. If you've taken wide knees, just bring the knees back underneath the hips. Walking the hands a handprint forward, curling the toes under, lifting the knees a couple inches off of the mat, just starting with a hover. Gaze is down, core is engaged, breathing into the center. Slower than you want to, building strength, pressing into your downward facing dog. Guiding the ears next to the biceps, letting the head hang heavy. Feet about hip distance apart. You can go a little wider if that feels better in your base. Hands about shoulder distance apart. Again, you can go a little wider if that feels better in your base. Exploring your down dog here, exploring the breath. Maybe pedaling out through the heels, moving energy through the backs of the legs. Depending on what you need here. Letting go of the head hangs heavy, a little nod or a little shake. One more breath in, and a breath out. Gazing forward, stepping both feet behind the hands, forward fold. Just hanging in your forward fold. Again, the head hangs heavy, not hanging on to the head or the neck. Releasing the arms. You can always take a ragdoll position here. If that feels better in your forward fold, it's just opposite hand, opposite elbow. We'll take a few breaths, either in stillness or swaying movement, gently side to side. Good. Releasing ragdoll grip if you took that, letting go of the arms. We're going to peel halfway up, keeping a bend into the knees, fingertips on the inside, palms on the outside of the thighs, setting up for Aghanisara. Inhale, drop the belly, fill the belly with air. Exhale, round the spine, releasing all the air from all 3 lobes. Inhale, breathing into the belly, drawing the shoulders back. Exhale, rounding, squeezing the glutes, activating the bandhas, the root lock and the abdominal lock. Inhales to open, shine the heart. Exhale, rounding, tucking, squeezing the glutes. Just continuing to move with breath here. We're tuned into the root, the sacral, and the solar plexus, feeling that energy as heat moving through the body. Agni stands for fire, flame. Sara stands for essence or energy. So we're literally moving that flame as energy through the body with the breath. Good. Just 3 more full rounds of breath. yourself to press down through the heels, straightening through the legs. Roll on up to standing, finding your mountain pose. And allow the eyes to softly blink closed or keep a soft gaze. At any time you need to release heat, you can take open mouth exhales. From here, we'll take an inhale, bringing the arms up overhead. And exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to inhale and hold this half lift. Holding the posture, not the breath. So we're shining through the heart, reaching the crown of the head forward, opening up through the heart and the throat space, pressing down through the heels. Another breath in. And exhale, forward fold. Good. From this forward fold, right foot steps back, low lunge. Both hands frame that left foot. Crown of the head extends forward, right heel presses back. Moving on up into the heart space, right knee releases down. Inhale, both arms raise. Again, arms are extensions of our heart chakra. Heart radiates and shines. Maybe even inviting in an intention here for the heart space, for this posture. Another breath in. And exhale, hands together, down through heart center. Right hand to the inside of the left foot. Left arm raises, lunge twist. Good. Another breath in. And exhale, left hand comes down, left leg straightens out, sending the hips back towards that right heel. Option to have the right toes curled under. You can take the foot flat to the mat. We're drawing the heart towards those lifted left toes. Breathing into the back of the left leg. Good. Another breath in. And exhale, bend into the left knee, lift the right, left foot steps back, plank pose. You can be lifted in your plank. The knees could always come down in plank pose. Whatever you choose, 3 more breaths. Firing up the core, firing up the breath. Good. On that third exhale, releasing the knees if you're not already there. Bending the elbows, bringing the chest and the chin down. Toes curl under, knuckles are underneath the shoulders. This is 8-limb pose, or Ashtanga Namaskar. It's a prep for Cobra pose. We get into Cobra by bringing the belly down, sliding the heels back. Knuckles are still underneath the shoulders. Inhale, peel the chest up, drawing the shoulders back. Gaze is down, starting with a baby cobra. Just to really open up into the heart space, breathing into the belly. Good. Another breath in. And exhale, release the chest, finding a child's pose. This first transition, 3 to 5 full breaths in a child's pose. Coming back to your breath, your body, maybe your mindful intention. We'll meet in down dog. Taking your time, there's no rush. You can always just meet up when you're ready. from down dog, we'll take a big breath in through the nose and out through the nose or the mouth. Good, inhale the right leg high. Exhale, right foot steps forward, low lunge. So we're just in that low lunge with the right knee over the right ankle this time. Crown lengthens forward. Long line of energy pressing back through that left heel. Take a breath in. And exhale, releasing the left knee down. Taking the arms up overhead. Heart radiates and shines. Shoulders soften down the back. Hips gently gliding forward. Working into that left hip flexor here. Maybe inviting in more gratitude in through the heart. Good breath in. And exhale, hands together, down through prayer. Left hand to the inside of the right foot. Right arm raises, this time lunge twist. Right hand releases on an exhale, straightening through the right leg, sitting back towards that left heel, left toes curled under or not, chest, heart open towards those lifted right toes, breathing into the back of that right leg. Good, another breath in. And exhale, rebend the right knee, lift the left, left foot steps forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle sweep, arms out wide and around. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Inhale, lift the arms high. Exhale, side bend over to the right. We'll take an extra breath in and out. Inhale, both arms high. Exhale, over to the left. And extra breath in and out. Inhale, both arms high. Exhale, baby back bend, bending the elbows, opening up through the heart, lifting the gaze. Extra breath in and out. Inhale, both arms high. Exhale, hands together behind the back, interlacing fingers. Drawing the shoulder blades towards one another, opening up through the heart, lifting the gaze here. And we'll take a breath in. And on your exhale, lead with the heart forward fold. The hands may stay together on the low back. Maybe lift the arms up and away. Releasing through the crown. And one more breath in. And exhale, hands come down the back, down the legs, forward fold. Inhale, just one halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Hands come down, left foot steps back. And then the right, plank pose. 3 breaths in plank. And moving through your vinyasa on that third exhale, lowering the knees. So if you're staying lifted, coming forward on the toes, bending the elbows, coming halfway down. Flipping the feet, pressing into the palms. Drawing the shoulders back for your up dog with knees and thighs lifted. You can always take that baby cobra or cobra. Going back in down dog. Full breath in, full breath out. Good. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left foot steps forward, low lunge. Breath in, breath out. Right foot steps forward, forward fold. Inhale and exhale. Lowering the hips down towards the heels, reaching the arms back. Inhale, sweep the arms up, chair pose. The shoulders are soft and down the back. There's tension in the shoulders here with arms extended. You can always bring hands together at the heart, keeping the hips nice and low. Just 3 more breaths. One more breath in. And exhale, forward fold, let it go. Just a couple breaths here in this forward fold. You could find a ragdoll or just let the arms be free. You can take the arms behind the thighs, folding forehead towards shins. You can choose. Roll on up, finding your mountain pose. However you'd like to reach the top of your mountain. Feet are going to be about hip distance apart. From here we'll inhale both arms high. And exhale, we'll take the right arm underneath the left, crossing underneath the elbows. Again at the wrists. Or you can reach for opposite elbows or shoulders here. Sitting low into your chair, picking the right foot up. We're going to cross it over the left. Option to keep the right toes planted on the mat, or you can lift the leg. We're working to draw elbows towards the midline of the body, knees towards the midline of the body. Staying here in your eagle, hollowing through the belly, drawing the navel up towards the spine, bringing the elbows towards the knees, nesting your eagle. Staying here in your eagle pose or unwinding that top leg, moving into a balancing option. Maybe pressing that right heel straight on back for a warrior 3 option. You can keep eagle arms or at any time start to soar your warrior 3 or fly your airplane. Continue to explore this side as long as you like. Return back to your mountain pose. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Step or lightly hop back into your plank pose. Move through your vinyasa. Meeting back and down dog. From your down dog, take a big breath in. Big breath out. And inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step it forward. Low lunge. Left foot steps forward, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, finding chair, sweeping the arms up, setting the seat back. in with your toes, see what the toes are doing. You shouldn't be gripping those toes down, clenching. You should be nice and free. See if you can wiggle those toes. Just 3 more breaths. And we're going to stand this time, so pressing down through the heels, reaching, lifting, lengthening the arms, and exhale, hands can release down by the side. Preparing for eagle. On the opposite side, we'll take the arms up, overhead on an inhale. Exhale, left arm underneath the right, reaching for opposite shoulders or crossing at the wrists. Sitting down in that chair, weight in the right foot this time, left leg picks up. Sitting the left leg over the top of the right thigh. The left toes can rest on the mat as an option as well. Squeezing everything into the midline of the body, elbows towards the midline, knees towards the midline. Staying lifted. We're drawing the navel up and in, rounding through the spine, releasing the elbows towards the knees, nesting into your eagle pose. Staying nested or moving into any balancing option here. Lots of options. That left heel can press straight on back. Anytime you can let go of the arms, soaring, flying. Take a few clearing breaths whenever you're ready. Inhaling through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. Good, 2 more. 1 more. Good. Widening the feet, the legs a little wider than the hips. Bringing the heels in, toes out. We'll inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, finding your Malasana, yogi squat. Releasing the tailbone down, reaching up through the crown of the head. We're going to have some time here to explore 20 to 30 breaths or so. Lots of options. You can hang out in your squat. That could feel nourishing for the hips and the spine. You know you have a crow or a tripod in this room if you're sweaty. Maybe wipe some sweat before you try to arm balance. Or if you know that there's something you would like to move into, either over Zoom or here in the room, I'll cue a crow pose and a tripod. But if there's something else you'd like to explore, please feel free. Another option from this Malasana Yogi Squat, I like to offer it. It's a hybrid between crow and frog. So hands and feet both stay on the mat, elbows bend, the inside of the knees rest on the elbows. You get a nice stretch through the inner and outer hip while staying supported through both hands and feet. So that could be an offering to just work into the backside of those hips there. You're moving into crow pose. Think chaturanga arms, elbows, hands, and wrists. Fingers spread wide. I guide the knees a little closer to the body, so from that Malasana, just walking the feet more hip distance apart, working the knees up into the armpits. They'll slide down a little bit into the triceps. Coming forward with the body weight. Bringing one toe, maybe both toes off of the mat, bringing the big toes to touch, balancing. That's a lot on the wrists. That's not quite accessible at this moment. No worries. I'd like to offer a tripod. Visualize a triangle on your mat. Hands are framing the bottom two corners of the tripod. Head is going to go to the top of that triangle you created. Oftentimes I see the head way down here by the knees. That's not going to work. You want the head up there at the top of the point, hands down closer to the knees, curling the toes under, lifting the knees, walking the feet forward and gently placing the knees on the elbows. You still have that nice chaturanga arm placement, nice bent elbows. Always, as always, use the wall in class as well or at home. Taking your time in whatever exploration you're in. We're going to meet on the belly whenever it is that you're ready. There's no rush. We're going to take a few rounds of deep belly breathing once you arrive on the belly. So resting the arms either by the side or folding the arms. The head could also rest on an ear, gaze in the opposite direction. We're just resting and breathing. But this breath is medicine. I like to encourage the use of this breath. We use it a lot in class. This is known as the yogic breath, also known as a 3-part breath. What we're doing here is we're extending our breath into the belly, filling, expanding, creating space, ribs, chest, lift and rise, or in this case, press into the mat beneath you. Inhales, filling, belly, ribs, chest, maybe even noticing the back of the body expand. This breath activates the parasympathetic nervous response. That helps us release out of fight, flight, or freeze. Calms our nervous systems. Safe to practice both on and off of the mat, both during practice and in your day-to-day. It's a safe breath for children to practice as well. Teaches us to use a more full capacity of our lung space. Arriving in Sphinx pose. Elbows draw underneath the shoulders, forearms, palms face down, feet about hip distance apart, fingers spread wide, drawing the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. So from the shoulders, we're drawing energy down through the elbows. Lowering the chin down towards the chest, allowing that stretch to happen in between the shoulder blades, trapezius. Taking the right ear over towards the right shoulder, opening into the left collar. Chin to chest, opposite ear, opposite shoulder. We're really beginning to work into the space here in the next few postures. Coming back to Sphinx pose. And then releasing the chest all the way down gently. We're going to open up the arms to a T, resting the chin on the mat. Bringing the right hand to the inside of the right ribs, keeping the left arm extended straight on out. We're going to press into the palm of that right hand, turn the body open. The right leg may stay straight and released, or picking the right leg up, bending at the knee. Maybe bringing the sole of that right foot on the outside of the straightened left leg for a full expression of this twist. This is a shoulder opener as well as a full spinal twist. Just going to breathe into any of the spaces that might be clenching, gripping, or holding on. Full, deep, expansive breaths. And we'll take a couple more breaths. On that second exhale, slowly allowing yourself to release back onto the belly. Arms can rest out in a T shape, or they can rest by the side, maybe bringing an ear down or resting the forehead on folded arms. We're moving back into that 3-part breath for a few rounds, neutralizing the spine with each full breath. Taking the arms back out from the shoulders, so extending the arms out into a T shape. The left hand will place to the inside of the left ribs this time. Pressing down into the left palm, opening the body to the left side of the mat. The left leg can stay straight and rested, or bending at the knee, picking the foot up, placing it on the outside of the straightened right leg. Unclenching, ungripping, anywhere you notice hanging on. Using the breath in these areas. Take 2 more deep full breaths. And just starting to slowly come on back to the belly. A few more restful breaths wherever the arms want to land. Just a few breaths for the spine to come back to neutral. And here the hands will slide underneath the shoulders. Heels will drop towards the glutes, bending at the knees. Letting the feet fall side to side. Or drawing circles with the heels. We're just releasing through the back before we flip on over. So from here you have the option to either flip straight on over or press back into a little traditional child's pose, rounding the spine, and then sending the heels through, coming onto the seat, however you choose to do it. We're all going to end up on the back here. Here, one more core engagement. You can take a nice slow reverse sit up, lowering one vertebrae at a time. You can keep the feet on the mat on your way down. Reaching, stretching through the arms, pressing through the heels. Cueing a shoulder stand and a plow pose to finish up in our throat and third eye centers. If that doesn't sound like for you here this evening, I'll offer a couple other suggestions. You can move into a happy baby, turning the soles of the feet up, reaching for the inner outer edges of the feet, maybe the big toes. Or for you, maybe it is just resting in the legs up the wall, pressing through the heels. You can also use the physical wall at any time during class, resting in legs up the wall. To move into that shoulder stand, starting in that legs up the wall positioning, we'll start to shift the hips up, drawing the hands underneath the body, walking the elbows underneath the body. As you do, we are lifting the feet up towards the ceiling, coming up onto the tops of the shoulders, walking the hands up the spine towards the middle back. You don't want to look around in this posture or plow pose, keeping the head and neck straight. It's very important. Also keeping some space between the chin and the chest, so allowing for that breath to have some space to flow. Here could be stillness, could be pointing and flexing the feet, or finding any movement, maybe even painting the ceiling with the toes. So if you like movement, you could invite in movement. If you like stillness, you can be in stillness. Whenever you become saturated in that shoulder stand, you can release into a plow pose again, not looking around. Releasing the feet back behind the head. Maybe the toes touch, maybe not. When you do release, option to take ear pressure pose or forehead pressure pose. That's just bringing the knees to the temples. Or the knees to the forehead, activating the third eye. Time to move into your final relaxation. Any movement prior to Shavasana, your final restful pose. Opportunity to allow all of the benefits of your practice to seep in, seeping into every cell of the body. Letting go of the legs and the arms. Making yourself even more comfortable from here, another 10 or 15% more comfortable. Releasing the jaw. Letting go of the muscles in the face. from the roof of the mouth. Tuning into your shoulders, your hips. In these areas, full permission to let go and surrender. Letting each breath sink you heavier and deeper. Like melting honey, taking up as much space with each breath. Muscles fall away from the bones. Bones disintegrate into the mat. Begin our practice with the breath. We will end our Shavasana with the breath, clearing away anything no longer serving, releasing any energies ready to be released. We do that through breath. Each inhale, we gather up everything ready to be let go. Open mouth, exhale, clear it away. 2 more. Drawing energy back into the body. Beginning to extend this energy in through the arms, through the legs, reaching the arms overhead, finding one you arrive. Bring the hands together at heart center, bowing the head. Thank you for sharing your light, your energy, and your practice here this evening. May all beings be happy, healthy, and strong. Namaste.